Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
The top tier to me is the top four that we all kind of know about, right? There's going to be the
Mhm.
four number one seeds. I think that it's them and then everybody else. And in terms of the everybody else that I can see legitimately having a chance to win a national title, to win 6 straight games, it would be Houston, UConn, Purdue, Tennessee, obviously. I'd put Arizona in there. I would put North Carolina in there. I would put Creighton in there. I would put Duke in there. And I would put Kentucky in there. And I think it's going to be one of those 9 teams that can find a way to get it done. And I think the one where I saw you shake your head a little bit was Randolph was Kentucky. And all I would say is that when you look at some of these teams that are great offenses that can't really guard, right? I think Kentucky is the one that is the most consistently always going to be able to get you 85 to 90 points. And I think that there are nights where you need a Rob Dillingham explosion off the bench, a Reed Shepherd explosion off the bench, Antonio Reeves to go for 28, maybe Justin Edwards to go 10 for 10, 28. One of their big guys, like whoever it is. I just think that they have so many different weapons that they can throw at you. And you know that you're going to get at least one of those guys going nuts, which is why I would put Kentucky in that tier over some of those other ones. Is there anyone that you would take out, Randolph, out of those 9?
No, but Kentucky would be my ninth. I mean, I had the identical group
Mhm.
of teams, but Kentucky would be my ninth only because I just their inconsistency on the defensive end of the floor. We've seen it all year long. Now, again, I don't think anybody is scary as Kentucky is on the offensive end. I think their ceiling on the offensive end is probably better than everyone else's because I just think when they get multiple guys going, I don't think anybody can stop them from scoring. But 6 games when you're not scoring, you got to rely on your defense to get you through sometimes, and that's the concern. So I would put them right there, and I'd say Duke is a team. I think they're better defensively than you think, but it's different than what we're accustomed to Duke being defensive. And I think it's hurt them because people question them like, they don't play hard, but they're more in gaps, staying between the man and the ball because they don't have rim protection, so they can't get out and overplay because they don't have the Derek Lively on the back end to alter shots at the rim. But I think they're better defensively than people give them credit for. But I'd say Kentucky is a team that I just they're my ninth team because I've seen less consistency from them, even though I think they're the most probably scariest team on the offensive end of the floor, or the most talented team
McCall?
offensive. Sure.
Yeah, I agree with RC. I think they're the most scary team on the offensive of the floor. And we've seen Cal chuck in Big Z and try to get him some reps here late in the season. I've been saying it all year. Who's going to step up in the front court? Like, who's going to give them minutes? We know what they're getting out of their backcourt. We know how good these guys are. I mean, Reed, Shepherd, and Dillingham are going to be most likely top 10 picks in the NBA draft. So they have the talent. I think out of all those teams you're talking about, for me, just because they've been there, it's Carolina. It's Carolina. It's R.J. Davis. It's Baycott. They've done it. They've played for a national championship just 2 years ago. Everyone was so hard on them last year. Hubert Davis, is he the guy? Should he be the coach in North Carolina? And they have the opportunity to get back there because of those guys. Because they've been hardened, they've been calloused, they've been through it. Like, they're the team for me out of all those teams outside of the 5 that I mentioned. And I think Arizona is the 5th team that I'm super high on. I think Carolina's in that next category. And we said this 2 nights ago on the Field of 68, and they put us on the spot in terms of the Blue Bloods. You have the 4 Blue Bloods right now. Who do you think can make the deepest run in March? It was Duke, Carolina, Kentucky, and Kansas. And I actually took Kansas just because of Bill Self. And I think if they're healthy, they have arguably the most talented starting 5 in all of college basketball. You can make a case for that. Nick Timberlake showed up the other night. He was the most sought after transfer in college basketball. If they can get 8 to 10 points out of him come, NCAA tournament time, but they got to get healthy. That's the biggest thing. And can they make perimeter jump shots? Can Furphy play well? When he plays well, they win. But I think Kentucky is the most dangerous team because I think they have the highest ceiling. It's just who's going to really, really step up in the front court for them and give them quality minutes around those guards.
Yeah, all
But
right. I'm
Rob,
going to I'm going to state go ahead, Randolph.
no, I was going to say of all the teams that we named, One that earlier in the year I never thought would be here was Creighton. But I agree that they are here. I didn't believe Creighton was. I used to say, they play against an athletic team. I think they'll struggle. But no, they're legit. They are a legitimate national championship contender team, and I must admit I was wrong about them. And I'm a little stubborn, I'd say. I didn't doubt them. I just didn't. I had my concerns early, and they definitely proved me wrong.
They are so good at doing what they have to do to be able to win. They're the best team in the country at running people off of the 3-point line.
Yes.
Right? They do not let you shoot threes. They do not foul. They make you do everything in the mid-range, and they understand that if we just kind of funnel everybody into Ryan Kalkbrenner and make them try to finish over the 7'2" dude that's going to win 3 straight Big East Defensive Player of the Year awards, that's how you win it. I also think that Arizona is someone that's being slept. Like, they're good enough to be a 1 seed. They're talented enough to be a 1 seed. And when Kylan Boswell is playing the way that he's played the last 3 games, it completely changes who they are. Caleb Love for me is a borderline first team All-American. I'd probably have him second, but I feel like we're kind of underrating them a little bit at this point. Listen.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.